Hi, this is just a redo of the Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion. Just wanted to go over the code again, and I'll just put this out on YouTube and not really do much with it, but it's here. So then again, to get full credit, you need to have your header with an explanation of what it is. And then, I'm not sure why this is here. If you notice, it's grayed out, so therefore it's not being used. So we really don't need it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. Then again, the java.util.scanner, so I can have input. And then the PSVM for creating the public static void main. And this is all done automatically with a PSVM command. I have created a Fahrenheit to Celsius convert class, so Celsius convert. And then just going through, I'm setting up two doubles, one for Fahrenheit, one for Celsius. If you want to get a little bit fancy, you could also do a Kelvin. Then I am having an integer direction, which tells me which way I need to be going with the conversion. And then I have a ratio here, which is 9/5, which gives me 9.8 or 1.8. And this I will use in the main part of the program. The final just means it's the final value for it, so it will not change. And then I'll have a loop equals true to begin with. The reason why I have equals 0 and equals 0 for these two is because when I tried to print them out down here, because they're both defined in an if statement, there is a technical possibility that they will not be defined. So therefore, I had to put the zeros here to begin with. Then again, enter a direction on which way I want to do the conversion. And let's see, scanner input equals scanner. This sets up the input for all my input. And then I just say what the program is about to begin with. Then I go into a do while loop and I print out a do you want to convert from, and then the \n means it puts in a new line, 1 Celsius or 2 Fahrenheit or 3 choose equals, and if notice it's a print so that the cursor will be left right at the end of the blank. So that's why you need a blank here. Then I input direction, which just does the next int, and I strip off anything that if a person actually types in anything it should be less than 1 or greater than 2. So that if they type in anything, it'll just go ahead and print out a message. It says I can only have 1 or 2. Then I just do an else if direction equals 1. And then I do this, enter the temperature in Celsius, and I have C equals input, next double. Then I do the conversion, F equals C times conversion plus 32, which is just the times 5/9 plus 32 will give me the Fahrenheit. Otherwise, I really don't need this if check, but this is just there for my own documentation, because since I'm checking for 1 or 2 up here, then it will only be 1 or 2. So this is redundant, but I'm just leaving it in here just for, again, for my own documentation purposes. Then I ask them to enter a Fahrenheit temperature. So I read the Fahrenheit temperature and do the conversion, which is Fahrenheit minus 32, all divided by conversion factor. And then I go through and just print out the information. If you notice, I always leave blanks around any of the variables I'm printing out so that it doesn't put the words next to the variable, which then just makes it hard to understand. And then I ask, you want to go again? Yes, no. And I then just read the input, change it all to uppercase. Then I only get the first character and I check to see if it's Y. If it's true, then I loop again. Otherwise, I don't. So I'm not really checking for N. If you want to do something like that, you can, but this will just go ahead and get you to that point. Then I'll go ahead and build. Then if I choose 2, and I put in something like 54, let's see, that's probably about right. And then say yes. And I do 2 again. And so let's see. And that comes out correct. And then if I do a 1 for Celsius, and stop recording.